being an entrepreneur whose business began. Last but not the least, what keeps the entrepreneurs going? So you might see there may be many startups which are coming up, many entrepreneurs who would have who actually start the journey, but halfway or somewhere down the line, they actually leave it. So what is the major factor which keeps them going? Zeal to grow and passion. I have not put here money because that I'll cover it in the later part. So now about my entrepreneurial journey after my MBA, and in 2007 till 2023, I started a job in ICICI Bank in 2005. And for 2 years, I did as a relationship manager, wealth manager, heading 12 branches. And then I started my entrepreneurial journey in 2007, precisely November 2007. But the moment I started my entrepreneurial journey, I was welcomed by the stock market crash in 2008, the biggest in the history after 1992 Harshad Mehta scam. This is what I had gone through the moment I started my journey. In less than 4 or 5 months, I had to encounter this and witness this. But then this also period went away. And in 2010, we opened our first office in Africa through a client of ours who was into whose money I was managing it in India. And then when I went to Africa, we saw there is a lot of opportunities, and that is where we got into exports. Slowly, we started exports to African nations, which included FMCG products from baby diapers to even rice and everything. This is where we started in Africa from a journey of financial management. Why I am telling you all this, you will come to know at the end. Something like Ajay sir is giving opportunities to one and all and taking them to the next level. So this is what I was with one of my investor happened. Then in 2013, we started our Malaysia office, and in next 12 months of my advisory business in there, we got into a company. We started a company which manufactured food supplements for poultry and aqua, shrimps, and particularly for chicken feed. We started. The government was giving us very good benefits with a 8-year tax-free money and also land at a very reasonable pricing. In those days, it was $125 per hectare per annum. So we took 30 hectares of land. So this is where we started in Malaysia in 2013. But then again, 2016, there were turbulent times. 2015 and 16, turbulent times were there because the global economy went through a big recession. There were businesses which got stopped, companies which went bankrupt, everything happened. And 2008, everyone would remember who was working at that time or in business, the major global turmoil of subprime crisis also happened. Then during this time, what was happening in India? If you see, India was also going through a lot of paradigm shift. In 2016, demonetization happened. There was all across a chaos. What is going to happen next? The money part. Then again, in July 2017, GST was implemented. 2018, we have seen introduction of capital gain tax in financial markets. I saw one chartered accountant, Shivakumarji. He knows how the market has crossed and how the market went down at that point of time. So these all happened, and then 2020, finally the COVID happened. When COVID happened, everyone thought that the world has come to an end, and how are we going to do next? Everyone was running for their life, money, losses, everything happened at that point of time. So that is where this is how my journey has been. But this did not stop me from doing more business, growing my business, and also venturing into the newer aspect of businesses. In 2021, again, we went into Africa, and we started a hotel business, restaurants. We have a chain of restaurants where I'm an investor today, and we run a chain of restaurants in Cape Town. Then in 2023, recently, this financial year, we have started office in Dubai, where we deal in commodities, which is coal, oil, and sugar in bulk, and also bullion trading. So in short, what I would say is nothing short that my journey has just begun. So this is what is the life of an entrepreneur, which never ends. once you start, you are going to get newer opportunities. You have to explore newer opportunities, network with people, and that is where the entrepreneur grows. Now, coming down to journey of an entrepreneur. So here, let us take it with some examples. I'm sure a couple of you are entrepreneurs. I was listening when we started off that someone has started a packaging business, and one of the madam has done yesterday a collaboration with a cloud kitchen thing. So what happens is the journey process is very simple. First and foremost, there has to be an idea generation. For example, let's take ID company, which started in 2005. What happened there? There was a person called Mr. Mustafa, if you all remember, or some people might know him. Mr. Mustafa, along with his four friends, they were actually, these guys with their four friends, what they were doing, they were actually making this idli and dosa, those batters, and they started selling in 2006. They felt there is a big market, there is a big gap where people who are working, people who are going jobs, both the nuclear family, the husband and wife are doing jobs, and they're not able to make that. So they made that thing available at their doorsteps, at the nearby shops. And then they started off with a very humble thing of few thousands. And today, the turnover of that company is more than 600 crores revenue per annum. Now, why this idea generation is, this is not something new. From ages, our parents, our forefathers have been doing that. They're making idli, dosa, vada at home. What did they do? They conceptualized it, changed it that with innovation, that how it can be preserved, how it can be made easy. This is what they have done. And in fact, a few of the people, if you have seen their package now, because vada is something, it has a typical shape of a circle with a gap in between. They're how to make vada in that shape. There's a pouch which comes with a nozzle. It actually helps you make that. So this is what I was talking about, innovation. Innovation, idea generation with innovation and something newness will get you business. Now, second important part of a journey of an entrepreneur, in the second step is business planning. Now, if you see, I'm sure many of you don't know this company. This is MV Spices, which is a Jodhpur company, and it is a all women run company. The ladies, the women are known as the Spice Girls of India. You can Google them. It is run by all women. They export to more than 100 countries. They export spices which are hand grounded. So why business planning? It was started by their father in late 90s, late 80s, where he used to sell these spices on a bicycle. He never had the thought of growing. Though he was an entrepreneur, he never thought how he would grow. But after his death, his children and wife took over. And mind you, they are all 7 daughters, mother and daughters. They said, okay. And the mother and the daughters designed the business plan. They made a business plan, and all the daughters know more than 10 languages each of one can speak. And now they are doing a roaring business in more than 100 countries. And today they export out of a small, tiny place called Jodhpur with only one outlet. This is a business plan. So, journey of an entrepreneur, idea generation, business plan is very, very important. Third, funding and financing. This is the most important part, funding and financing. You might have an idea, you might have a business plan, which you might have rolled out on a very small scale. Unless financing is done, funding is done, you cannot take it to the next level. Otherwise, it will be only that 50, 100 square feet, like idea generation of ID company, which would be only a 50 square feet thing which they started off, and they would have ended up there in just next 1-2 kilometers around them, serving only that 1 or 2 kilometers or 10 kilometers. But then funding and financing. Again, the do's and don'ts of funding and financing will come later, but this is the most important part today. And if you see in funding and financing, today, Government of India is giving you so many options under the Startup India. There are many facilities given. Unsecured loans are given to most of the startup business plan with a discounted rate of interest. And this is the startup part. And again, and when you go to the next level, not many of you would know, today there are financial companies, they are floating something called as alternate investment plans, where HNIs and investors are investing into entrepreneurs and the startup companies, where they can take it to the next level. So the only thing they need is an idea, a good promoter plan, how the promoter is executing, and this is how the innovation, the business plan can help you even get funding and financing. And yes, at a later level, you can go for first, second, third round of funding from venture capitalists and etc. Now, for example, when Bharat Pay was started, if you people know about it, if they have read about it, it was rejected thrice for funding. But when again they went with a proper business plan and they showed that, okay, this is the money the founder promoters have put in, and this is where the business plan is. These are the alternative places where the income is going to be generated. They went for a plan of only raising 350 million, where the people were ready to fund more than 2 times of what they wanted. Now, the last but not the least is launching of business. Most of the businesses, most of the entrepreneur journey, as I was mentioning initially, ends up only in the first 3 to 4 years, because first and foremost, they have an idea, they might have a business plan, they might be wrong on their funding, financing. But the most important part, two more things: scalability of business, research, of course, research, after research only you start a business, scalability of business, and commercialization of business. And last, the two important factors: marketing of your product and service, the right people to market, the target market, and next but most important, how do you manage your finances? For example, Paytm. If people know the story of Paytm owner, Mr. Vijay Shekhar Shankar, Vijay Sharma ji, Vijay Shekhar Sharma, he went bankrupt before starting Paytm. And this idea he got of Paytm when he was traveling in a bus, and he had only 10, 15, 20 rupees, where he used to take that vada pav and tea. So the launch of Paytm started, the idea generation started from there. He made a business plan, he got the initial funders, he launched the business. But again, if you see, after a couple of years, last year, 1.5 years back, they launched their IPO. So if you see, there are companies here which I have taken different examples. Today, Paytm is a listed company. And when they got listed, they were in huge losses. But in 1 year, they had a turnaround. And today, if you see, the share prices have also increased drastically, and it is made. The next year, they are going to book profits. So an entrepreneur journey is definitely going to be a very, very volatile and turbulent. Now, coming down to some of the mistakes. Some of the mistakes, the most important discipline often ignored by the entrepreneurs for their failure. So let us list it down and we'll close it in next 5 minutes about this. Budgeting on a regular basis. Most of the entrepreneurs budgeted, or they start with their own funds or funds from family and friends. But as the business is growing, the research is going on, development of the product, they don't do because they know where they want to reach, but they don't have the fuel to go there. Second is debt management. In my experience, I have seen many entrepreneurs who raise debt. They raise the capitalization. They say that, okay, their companies funding, they get the funding from outside based on the values. But then debt management is again related to the corporate governance and how the promoter or his team, initial team, is working on, and they're marketing their product or service. Most of the entrepreneurs do not have an emergency fund. Most of the big companies, they do research, they keep a separate fund. Now, one can debate that, sir, our company is so small, how do I create an emergency fund? But trust me, there are ways and methods that with discipline, you can always do that. And this emergency fund, as the name says, this can be used where the company is literally on oxygen. Insurance. This is a very subjective matter. Most of the entrepreneurs, the startups, they bring their money, as I said, friends, family. They use their family silver to just fund in the company most of the times. But they lack one important thing. They don't take business insurance or insurance of the promoter in the initial stages. Just remember, if anything happens to the promoter, where does the money come from? You have already done. Most of the promoters I've seen in my lifetime till now, they pledge their family properties, they pledge their gold to get money, but they don't insure their own life. See, the keep a big team with you, which is procedures are set. This is one of the most important part which one should actually look at. Then comes the next is the tax planning, because everything is going on and on into development, market research. This is one very ignored area. Most of my chartered accountant friends and one I saw Shivakumarji would agree to this. Tax planning is something which is important, because today government gives you so many benefits as startups, so many benefits as interest-free loans or unsecured loans. These tax plannings have to run properly. Is your EBITDA at the end of the day. Diversification. Once the company is running, most of the entrepreneurs, I'll take this point with two things: reinvesting profits and diversification. Over a period of time, unless you diversify your investments, your money, and only keep on reinvesting your profits. I do understand it's your baby, it's your product. So everyone says that, okay, I know what my product's potential is, so I would invest, but always diversify your funds, because if anything happens to the promoter, to the team, or any product, then everything goes to a toss. For example, this might not be the right example, but talking about the diversification in technology and reinvesting, BlackBerry is a classic example. They did not adopt to the changes which were happening into the market, and they were definitely adamant in certain things about data sharing and all, which other companies were doing. At one point of time, BlackBerry phones in particular were the premium product which was sold, and today we don't even hear the name of that company. The new generation doesn't even know that there was a phone called BlackBerry. So diversification and reinvesting of your profits is one of the most important part which the entrepreneurs should and must look at. So in short, they should strike a balance between their personal and business financing, because if they are able to manage their finances better personally, the sustainability and success of their business is easier to achieve. So in short, if you see, the whole crux of the story is the journey of an entrepreneur is going to be turbulent. It's how the entrepreneur takes it, the zeal to grow and adapt to the new changes. Today, opportunities are there in the technology front, and in India, you have because of the COVID part and the China, the manufacturing hub is coming to India. So we have a lot more opportunities than it were there before. So I think this is the time where most of the entrepreneurs should look at technology, newer innovation, and that is where the world is looking at India. So with this, I'll just say that start your entrepreneurial journey, and no matter how long you have traveled in the wrong direction, if you have, you can always turn around and start the journey of being an entrepreneur, because there's nothing more satisfying than what your passion is, unless, and you would be more productive when you follow your passion. But with discipline, financial discipline, and the zeal and the knowledge about markets, I think you can do wonders and be successful. So my contact details are there, and also the scanning thing is there. So if anyone wants to get connected with me, you can get connected. You can scan this, and yes, we can get connected. And thank you. If you have any questions, over to you, Ajay Garu.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. The floor is open now, I think. Please, any questions, please raise your questions. Sir, I think...
Sir, time is very short, and I think personally you can talk to sir.
Yeah, you want to talk to him personally?
Yes, sir.
Malaysia.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
It is
okay.
a very short period.
Because we have very
Yeah,
limited
sir.
time, 10 minutes time only for question and
చక్క
answers.
వేరే ఒక అవకాశం.
Right, nice.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir,
Okay. Super,
okay,
sir.
sir.
Nice.
మీరు సౌత్ ఆఫ్రికాలో రెస్టారెంట్లు స్టార్ట్ చేశారన్నారు కదా, why you took the South Africa as your destination?
చెప్పండి. Sir, South Africa in destination because see, per capita income of that country, because it's more of a visitor country. Most of the people are visitors there and rich visitors. And there, when I went there in 2019, December, I was there. I saw there is a lot of opportunity in Indian food, particularly Indian cuisine food. And my restaurant's name is Sigri, Sigree. You can type Sigri Cape Town, you will see it on Google. So the reason why we went there is a lot of opportunity. There is a gap between the available and the demand. So that is why we went there. Europeans come there 6 months. Europeans and have in food. So that is where we did that 2 years now. And as this is a small group, I'm telling you, we are in profit, make profits of more than 35%. My net profit is more than 35% after all expenses and taxes. So this is one of the reasons why we started there. Again, innovation, sir. There was a gap in the market, there was an opportunity, and we took that opportunity.
Nice. Anyone having any questions, please raise.
Hi,
I have also shared my details in the chat, so you can call me also.
And all this from Dubai, right? So they are exporting to which country? They're exporting.
So we are right now exporting. We are exporting to Nigeria. We are exporting to Cape Town, South Africa. We are exporting to US and UK.
So you have the sugar and other products like oil and chemical.
Yes, sir. I have. We deal in bulk, sir. We deal in bulk. We deal in sugar, bullion, and coal. And we also import a lot of coal in India, where we supply to corporates, and that is shiploads.
Okay, sir. How about gypsum, sir? Do you have any material like gypsum?
Sir, gypsum generally comes from Iran, but as you know, there are sanctions on Iran, so it comes from the UAE. If someone is interested, I can get you connect to the manufacturers and miners in Iran. All the trading is done from Dubai. So sanctions and all are there. If anyone wants something, I can help that.
Is gypsum mines in India, sir? Tar desert or something.
Quality, see, what happens is that mines are there, little bit of mines are there, but having said that, quality which is required by the market and the price, the excavation is much cheaper, the quality much better, which is used in the cement industry and all here in India. That comes.
I have customers in Taiwan. I'm from Taiwan. So here in Taiwan, they are making dental products with the gypsum material, dental powder, dental powder.
That's a special grade of gypsum which is used. If you want any specific specifications you have, I have shared my number in the chat box. You can send me on WhatsApp. I'll help you get connected to them, manufacturers.
And here I need sometimes chemicals a lot, so like they need like 1,000 metric ton, 10,000 metric tons of chemicals they require sometimes. But I am unable to find the chemicals and I just give up when I get to find it.
You can get connected with me. I'll be out in that.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, Vasu, you can have
Sir,
a quick talk with you.
Yes, sir. Sir, any bio-coal or bio-char is there, sir?
What is bio-coal, sir? There is nothing as bio-coal. It is all briquettes or fossil fuel.
No, from the bamboo stick wood. They semi like they make burning and bamboo. Very expert in bamboo. So he's bamboo coal is called. He's very bamboo field, sir. He have many years in his and he's producing a lot of bamboo products. Like there are a lot of with Maran, sir.
Sir, I own 4 units of briquettes where fossil fuel I own and we supply almost more than 3,000 tons every month. So if there is anything which has the good calorific value, which can be used, you can connect with me. I will only buy, if the pricing is good, I personally would buy
Actually, sir,
at least
I
2-3,000
think
tons
Mr.
every month.
Mareshan has a lot of bamboo, many hectares, maybe hundreds of hectares
Yes, sir.
bamboo plantations are there. But the thing, he don't know how to process, how to make the bamboo coal also, because I saw this bamboo coal is very famous in Taiwan. So I know that bamboo coal is called bio coal, bio charcoal. They used to call like that. So maybe, as you said, for
Used for
the
only purification, water
maybe they
purification
don't
and
know how to manufacture it.
liquor
Maybe
industry.
I will support you, sir. Maybe I will just let you know the plan, how to make it. I can give you the process for that. I will let
Sure.
you know, Maran, sir. Maybe
Yes, sir.
if there
Yes,
is a
sir.
calorific value, you have to go through the calorific value. Then if it is good, then
Okay.
I will purchase from you. Then
Yeah, if the kilocalorific value is good, sir, there are a lot
Yes,
of
sir.
clients. We can help
Yeah,
you
yes, sir.
in
Is 900
selling them.
kilocalories is there, sir. Is very good.
also there are
parameter, sir.
some bio-bricks
So
also there, sir, for
we
calorific
need to
value.
have a analysis report, sir. What is the heat generated and for how much time it stays. So that we can get connected on a person and can help you out in that. Because we supply to many breweries, many
There is another one
units.
in India. This is called bio-bricks, like wood plants, for paper manufacturing. These woods all there, right? So they are using that powder and making bio-bricks with that. So bio-brick also one of the good thing. But the calorific
But the
value will be
problem in
50% than
biobricks
gold.
problem is the stability of the heat generation. That is where what is important.
Anyway, Vasu, I
But
think
still,
Vasu, you have a private
Yes, sir.
talk with sir, and maybe
yeah.
along with Maresh,
Sure.
you can have a private talk, because I know your requirements. Your requirements are huge. Even sometimes I
Yeah,
cannot able to
sir,
get
yes,
the
sir.
quotation also for your requirement. Okay. Anyway, sorry, having vast
Yes, sir. Yes,
exposure, so we can
sir.
take his help, because we have very limited time. 2 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Only 2 minutes left. Anyone
My
else?
details are already
Thank you.
there in the chat box. Take that and get connected, or else Ajay, you can take my connections from Ajay.
Yes, sir. Today I don't know why, but
Yeah.
some internet problem is facing, because your voice is breaking little. I don't know what's the reason behind this. Sometimes your voice.
My voice, sir?
Yeah. Sometimes it's not
No,
clear.
sir, it's
Actually.
very clear for me.
Oh, maybe. But I
Maybe
see on my
some.
system the internet
Yeah. Anyway,
connection
last
is
1
very
minute,
good.
please.
All 5,
Anyone, Sailaja, do
6
you have
are
any doubts? Sailaja Garu, do you have any doubts? You want to export to South Africa your product?
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir. Anyhow, sir has the some kitchen, right? My product also it will be useful to him. And actually, I have another doubt. Financially, he's telling about right business plan. How to create that business plan? Can he help us?
Yeah, madam, you
Regarding
get connected with me. We will help you how to make a business plan.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, this is all the thing. Sir, I
Okay.
will connect for my business also.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Last call, because there is no time. Last call, please. Anyone? I hope anyway, sir. I particularly I myself found this session is very, very informative and very, very useful to our entrepreneurs. But few of them only attended. Maybe remaining thing, maybe I am making the recording of this session, so I will upload into the YouTube. Maybe they will also see and avail this opportunity. I thank you very much, sir. Once again, I thank you very much, and I wish you all the best, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, and have a good day, and wish you a very happy Deepavali